Hi everyone, this is May Doldalau with YesFinanciallyFree.com. Hi, this is May Doldalau with YesFinanciallyFree.com and also with Creative Abundance Now, my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I do great videos on how to become financially free as quickly as possible and do what you love. All right, so a little bit about myself. I am a full-time mommy, part-time entrepreneur, and what I do is I blog about financial freedom. I have a YouTube channel, I have Facebook fan page, a blog that I've been working on for 3 years now. And when I started the blog, I worked full-time at a job, and I had already gotten to the point where I had reduced my credit card debt, which had been $30,000 when I was single before I married my husband, and reduced that debt. And actually, when I married my husband in 2012, I had the debt in 2010, okay? But when I married him in 2012, I had reduced it. I'd been reducing it, I'd been working on it. And I'd also started saving for 2 years. So I had money to my name. But when I met my husband, we both had a negative net worth of about, if you combined it, mine was about 30, his was actually more, all right? So combined negative net worth of $250,000, okay? So $250,000. Actually, it might have been a little more than that. So it was big negative net worth, all right? And that was in 2012, we got married, all right? Now, the whole time we're married, I teach him how I save and invest, how I invest for passive income. He starts doing it too. So, we also pay off all that debt. So by October 2015, my husband is completely debt-free, doesn't even have a car loan, nothing, zero debt. And in, it was April of 2016, I had zero debt. And then in December of 2016, I quit my job. And one of the reasons I quit my job was because I wanted to be a full-time mommy. But I also quit my job because I talked to our accountant and we could save $22,000 in taxes if I just quit my job. So I was like, you know what? My salary is like $35,000, $36,000, something like that. I might as well quit and make the extra money doing my business, and or reduce our expenses because I'll be at home, I'll be cooking, we'll just spend less money and the whole 9 yards. So I started coaching Finance Freedom Masterminds with clients in that first year, end of 2016, and then 2017, I had 3 masterminds I formed, and I coached people on what I did to create passive income. And for my husband and my son, we all have passive income, and our business has passive income. So that's my passion. That's what I love to do. If you want to learn more about that, go to financefreedommastermind.com/live, LIVE. That's where my mastermind program is. And it is an awesome program. It only costs $197 a month. If you want a quick and easy and more cheap way, not cheap, but let's say condensed, efficient, so that it's cost effective, there's also financefreedommastermind.com/7day, which is a 7-day financial freedom challenge. It's only cost $7, and then you can create 2 streams of passive income in 7 days just by doing the 7-day challenge. So I invite you to check out both, all right? financefreedommastermind.com/live and financefreedommastermind.com/7day, all right? And my blog, of course, is YesFinanciallyFree.com. That's YesFinanciallyFree.com. And there's a link under the YouTube video to the actual blog post where all the information contained in this video will be. And there's also, if you're on my blog, you're already there. And I highly suggest, if you're not on the email list, put in your first name and email. You'll hear all about these great trainings I'm going to do every week. Today is 5 ways to increase your net worth as a full-time mommy or daddy. Okay, so it's a really good topic. Now, I did a video training on this earlier in the week, but I miscalculated my net worth. Okay, so I calculate my net worth every month, but I missed a couple months. So I calculated at the end of December, and then I didn't do January or February, but I did the end of March. So I missed 2 months. But between December and March, I had first calculated that my net worth improved $99,079, but it did not improve that much. So I actually ended up looking at it, figuring it out, and my formula was wrong that added up all my net worth numbers. So because I have joint net worth, my net worth, business net worth, 3 businesses. So in the end, my net worth actually improved 13,000 and odd change. I have it written in my blog post, but so 13,000 something. So, which is pretty good for a full-time mommy to have her net worth increase $13,000 in 3 months. So let's talk about 5 ways that a full-time mommy and daddy can improve their net worth, okay? So the first way, and I highly recommend you do this, is actually calculate what your net worth is. Yay! And I think actually while I'm talking, I can share my screen and you guys can actually see what I'm talking about as well while I'm talking. So that'd be cool. So you can see my blog too and see where I'm getting my information from. So let's do that. Yeah, okay. So right here, this is my blog, Yes Financially Free. Not sure what's going on here, but we'll do. Yes, Financially Free. See that? And then as you can see, I'm doing a live broadcast now. It's actually going on right now live. And underneath, I have these ways to improve your net worth. So it's great to come here. But like I was saying, on the right side here, you put in your first name, email, hit yes. You'll get a free ebook from me. A free ebook that will tell you how to become financially free as a working parent. Okay? So number 1 way for a full-time mommy and dad to improve the net worth is learn how to calculate and track your net worth. So this is important, right? If you don't know what it is, how can you increase it? Now, that doesn't mean you can't, but if you don't know what it is, I mean, how are we going to have a conversation about it, right? So you need to actually calculate it. A lot of people don't calculate their net worth. Now, I didn't. For 30-something years, I never calculated my net worth. Why? Because I didn't learn to do it. In school, they didn't teach it to me. You know, I just didn't. It wasn't a course of study in college that I took. You know, I just didn't learn it. And so I never calculated what my net worth was. Now, in order for you to increase your net worth, one of the ways to do that is what you focus on will expand. So if you actually look at and focus on your net worth, it's going to grow and it's going to get bigger. Now, I've seen this happen in my life many times. So when I actually track my numbers, calculate them on a pretty steady, regular basis, my net worth will steadily go up. And it's happening for all the clients in my mastermind. If they calculate their net worth steadily every month, it tends to go up. All right. The ones that it doesn't, they stop calculating. And then it just doesn't do anything, or it might go down. They just stop calculating. But if you calculate every month, it will go up. Okay. And it's just a law of what you focus on will expand. Okay. So go ahead and calculate your net worth. It might take you an hour or 2, but it's worth it. And the first time you do it, you might make math errors like me, okay? And even when you do it a long time, you still make some math mistakes. You just have to go back, check your work, make sure it makes sense. Like when I said my net worth increased by $99,000, I was like, how did that happen? And so I kept looking at it to figure out how that happened. And when I kept looking, I found my error. I had my formula add up 2 things like in the same column that shouldn't have done it. So I fixed that. But what I'm saying to you is calculate your net worth. So how do you do that? Just Google it, how to calculate net worth, and you'll get tons of information. I have blog posts also that talk about how to calculate your net worth. There's tons of free charts, free forms, free sheets, free information on how to do that. Basically, all it is you take everything you own and subtract everything you owe. Own minus owe. So basically all your accounts with the money in it and your assets that have value, and then your credit card debts and your mortgage and stuff that you owe. You take what you have, what you owe, and you subtract, and then what's at the bottom is your net worth, okay? I used to have a negative net worth. When I started doing marketing, I had a negative net worth. It was a little painful to look at it, but I did it. And over time, you know, when I married my husband right before, my net worth finally went positive. I was so happy. Hallelujah. You know, I had a positive net worth. And then in 2016, I had 0 debt, but all the way up, it kept getting more positive because, you know, I wasn't making any more debt for myself, and I was investing, saving. There was a couple years when I first got married, I stopped tracking, and then my net worth stayed the same at like 60-something thousand, didn't move. Now it's over 150,000, right? So it started going up again when I started tracking again. And I started tracking again when I formed my mastermind groups. So just so you understand, there is a reason I do things. So it just keeps going up now. And as I track it, it keeps increasing. So that's the first way. Just track it. So what does that mean? Figure out what it is every month and write it down somewhere, put it in a spreadsheet, just keep track. That's it. Just do that. If you just do that, your net worth will go up. Doesn't matter who you are, but that's definitely something a full-time mommy and daddy can do because you just need about an hour to calculate it once a month. That's it. So it's not that hard. Number 2, understand the difference between assets and liabilities. So there's this great book by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he talks about why people are rich and people are poor. And it's really interesting because the author grew up poor and then he became rich. And he used the knowledge that he learned when he was poor from a rich person to make his life rich. And what was the advice? It was to get assets and not get liabilities. What does that mean? Assets put money in your pocket. Assets make you money. They make you wealthy. If you have an asset, it's giving you money. Okay, that's an asset. One simple example is like a savings account that gives you interest, right? That's an asset. Or it could be a house that has rental income that you have a manager running, but you still get a profit. So that's an asset. Okay, so it's growing value for you. It's giving you money. You know, it's growing without you putting money in it. Okay, that's an asset. Now, a liability is something that you have to pay for all the time. So that's like a car. You have to pay, you know, gas, registration, all that stuff. It's like a house you live in. You have to pay for repairs, maintenance, property taxes, all kinds of stuff, right? Insurance. So this is the difference. So in order to become wealthy and increase your net worth, you need to get more assets and stop buying liabilities, okay? So he said one of the key things is the middle class, they buy liabilities and they think they're assets. They buy them and they think they're assets, but they're not assets, they're liabilities because they take money out, and that's like cars and houses they own, okay? And a boat or something. Okay, number 3 is to, let's see, I did 1 and 2. Number 3, what was number 3? And we go to the blog. That's why we have the blog, right? So I'm going to share the blog and we're going to look at number 3 together. Number 3 is to invest for passive income. All right. So you're a full-time mommy, daddy. You don't have time to work a job, right? Because you're a full-time mommy and daddy. You don't have time for that kind of stuff. You've got to focus on being a mom or a dad. So we don't want you to spend time looking for work. We want you to look for ways to make your money work for you. Passive income investing, okay? You want to learn more about that? Go to the blog. But the blog has lots of information. You could just Google passive income. One of the ways that my husband and I do it is we buy stocks that pay us dividends. That's the easiest way to do it. We've recently gotten into property, but that's the easiest way to start is dividend yielding stocks. Okay. The last one is mastermind. And I told you about that in the beginning. I am in a mastermind. We meet every week on Monday for 40 minutes and we just get together and we just mastermind how to become financially free. So we help each other figure out how to increase our net worth, how to get passive income, how to find assets. Where are assets? Can we calculate? Do they make us money for real? Like when I buy property, we calculate what's the real return on investment? What are the risks? What are the rewards? And we do this together as a group and we empower each other. We empower each other. So I highly implore you to join a mastermind. Now, I was actually in 3 masterminds over the last 3 months. You can read more about it in my blog. But one of the most important ones is my Finance Freedom Mastermind. So check it out at financefreedommastermind.com/LIVE. And you can join a mastermind if you want. You can do the 7-day challenge, financefreedommastermind.com/7day. All this information is on my blog. But I'm so glad you came. Thanks for being on this live training. I will see you next week. Join the email list and you will keep up to date on what my topic will be. Aloha and see you again soon.